Hi everyone, it's me, Krylios, Team Rayceen Productions co-host and moderator.
And I'm Carol Mitchell, Team Rayceen Productions co-host and moderator.
Joining us is Team Michelle Colson. Welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate the invite and the energy.
Thanks so much for joining us. So before we talk about your 2024 primary election campaign to represent Ward 4 on the DC State Board of Education, please tell the viewers a little about your background and who you are.
Absolutely. I am DC. I am the product of wonderful teachers, born and raised here in Ward 4. I'm a native Ward 4 resident. I attended DC Public Schools, and I currently serve in DC Public Schools. So I'm DC through and through. Just completed my doctoral degree from Howard University. So HU, again,
You know.
That's DC, honey. So that's a little bit about me.
Awesome. And could you tell us a little bit about these books before we move on, actually?
Absolutely. So as I said, I attended DC Public Schools, and my first school, which left a wonderful impression on me, was Shepherd Elementary School. And one thing that resonated with me and my classmates is that we, during our first grade year, had the opportunity to write a book that won an award. So it definitely set the bar high in terms of expectations of what I could achieve in life. And I feel the same for the rest of my DC students, DCPS, DC Charter. We're DC, so we can do great things.
Oh,
Yeah,
wonderful.
yes, I'm in there somewhere.
This is such a great project, and I'm sure all those kids are so happy that they were a part of that. What a wonderful project. Now, please tell our viewers about the position for which you are running and why you want to be elected to it.
Absolutely. So I am running for the DC State Board of Education, and I know that name is a little confusing because we're not the 51st state yet, but I'm running to be the representative for Ward 4, so my home ward, top of the city, and I'm running so that I can work and collaborate with other parents and teachers and everyone in the educational field to make recommendations to strengthen our education system so that when our students graduate, they will be well prepared to stand shoulder to shoulder with students from other cities and states. So the board consists of 9 people, 9 representatives, 1 for each ward, and then of course an at-large member. So I'm running to represent the families and the students and also the constituents, even those who do not have children. I'm running to represent everyone in Ward 4.
That's really wonderful. Thanks for sharing, and such a great platform to run on. So can you tell us what your top 3 issues are?
Oh, I can tell you my top 3. I have multiple because I care about everything, but the 3 that are very specific to me, where I believe that I'm a subject matter expert, is one, school safety. I serve as Dean of Students. I've served as Dean of Students for almost 20 years. And I know that we do our best to resolve conflicts inside of the school, but it still spills over. And so it's important that we are having a larger, transparent conversation about the things that are coming to us from the community, from social media, because we need to work collaboratively to resolve them. The second issue is post-secondary outcomes. We know that our students are supposed to come to school so that they can receive an education because it's supposed to be the great equalizer. But here in DC, so many students fail to complete post-secondary outcomes. And we know, come on, y'all, we know it is expensive to live here in DC. So we want to make sure that our babies are graduating, they're completing post-secondary outcomes, or they're going on to have a career that's going to allow them to have a family-sustaining career, something that will allow them to afford to live here and live out their hopes and dreams. And then the last one I would say is personal to me, which is students who are experiencing homelessness. It is something that I experienced when I was in elementary school. But fortunately, I was able to double up with my grandparents. And we lived in Shepherd Park. So for those of us who have been in DC for a while, that's known as the Gold Coast. So it was an upgrade for me. It allowed me to go to better schools. But everyone doesn't have that opportunity. We know that homelessness can look very different. It does not mean that you are residing, in a shelter. You could be doubling up. You could be couch surfing. But what so many people don't know is that through the McKinney-Vento Homeless Assistance Act, there are resources that the school can provide our students. But the only way that the homeless liaisons know currently that a student is experiencing homelessness is if they self-disclose. And so we want to work to take away the shame about homelessness, and we want to work to make sure that our students and our families are getting the resources that they need and deserve so that they can get to school, they can show up, they can thrive and excel. So those would be my top three.
Wonderful. And those are some really important issues, and I'm sure voters and viewers can connect with that. So please let them know why you are the best choice for voters.
Absolutely. I am one of theirs. I'm homegrown, DCPS graduate, still serving the education system. As I mentioned before, I could have stopped with my high school diploma, but we have to keep going and we have to excel for excellence. And so I continued and I went on to Howard University, which is really major for me and for other students who experience homelessness, as I mentioned, but also I'm a special education student. So I see it from multiple lenses. I see it from the perspective of a student. I see the concerns that we have from the perspective of a colleague who's working in education. And I also see it from the perspective of a community member. And then this picture here is my presentation in a pitch competition. So sometimes we try to fix things within the system, and then sometimes we have to go outside of the system. So this was me pitching to venture capitalists my idea of an independent residence hall serving high school students here in DC who are experiencing homelessness, because we know if they get proper rest and nourishment, that then we can help them get to school. And that makes the jobs of educators a lot easier if they know that their students are coming to school prepared. And so that is what I was pitching to do, which aligns with the issues that we're seeing here in schools in DC, and it aligns with my platform to identify students who are experiencing homelessness.
That's really interesting and a lot for the voters to think about as they get ready to make their decision. Can you help them out and let them know when does voting begin?
Oh, absolutely. So early voting starts October 28th. And of course, the prime time, the main deal, the main attraction is November 5th. And you can follow me along on this journey at Colson for SBOE. That's the website, and on IG and Facebook as well.
Awesome. I was just about to ask you how they can learn more about your campaign. So thanks for sharing that. And if people want to volunteer and all of that, they can also go to that, correct?
Oh, please, please. Yes, we are taking it to the street very much, knocking on doors and getting the word out. So I definitely encourage and we welcome all volunteers. Yes, they can do that by signing up through our website.
Awesome.
Great. Thanks. So viewers, if you want to get involved, if you want to learn more, please look in the description below for our links. Thank you so much for spending some time with us, T. Michelle.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.
To those watching, please follow Team Rayceen on social media and click around our YouTube channel and check out our other videos, vlogs, interviews, and more. And while you're there, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
And viewers, thank you for watching.